Hey, how are ya?
Well, the One Piece manga is taking a 5-week break, but for a good reason. Oda has thought about this for a long time, and he's decided to finally meet up with Vegapunk to give himself body modifications. The main modification Oda is getting are of course laser eyes. In just a few weeks One Piece will be making its return, and you better be ready. We find out that the Gorosei are able to take NBA players' abilities and become these huge monsters which may or may not be some more mythical zone devil fruits. Cobra is now confirmed dead after jumping in front of the death arrow, risking his life for Sabo. Speaking of Sabo, we find out that he has balls of steel and wanted to end the series early by attempting to unalive the Gorosei as well as Im. How he managed to escape was by sneaking aboard the Lulusia Kingdom's ship, and when he was all healed up and ready to go to the Drag Queen Island, a dark shadow covered the sky above Lulusia Kingdom. And this big shadow that absolutely nuked the island, erasing it from the face of the earth, is called the Mother Flame, which was invented by Vegapunk. And Sabo had a front row seat to watch this massacre go down. Every time we see a close-up of Im it always looks like a female, so my money is on Im wanting Vivi is so that she could take her body over or something of that sort. But Vivi is not no ordinary princess, because we find out that the Nefertari are also part of the D clan. In one of the most satisfying panels I've ever seen, Leo and Sai absolutely obliterate Saint Charlos, turning him into a Play-Doh commercial. And you already know that an admiral would be called, but Molesgard actually took the blame for it. Let's just say that he probably regrets it now because we are introduced to the man who can judge the so-called gods themselves. We are introduced to Shank's daddy, Saint Figerland Garling, the supreme leader of the Holy Knights. But at the same time this might not be Shank's dad, it may be his uncle or something like that, only time will tell. Back at Egghead we are reunited with our favorite bird guy and second favorite long nose. But this time, they are awakened, an awakened leopard fruit and an awakened giraffe fruit. We get more Gear 5 action, and we find out that Stussy is actually Mad's first successful clone of Miss Buckingham Stussy, who also lost her dear Weevil to Green Bull. We don't know whether or not this is her own little vampire devil fruit, or if it's all part of the green blood. But the game of Among Us is finally over, and we find out that the Egghead traitor was York the Greedy, who wants to be a celestial dragon the whole time. Saul is still alive and is hiding at Elbaf. Speaking of Elbaf, it is now confirmed that Shanks has his base of operations at Elbaf. We see that his Grand Fleet is actually very weak, which leads him, Dory, and Broggy to absolutely crushing the kid pirate's hopes and dreams. Law managed to escape Blackbeard and is now running away. Garp has literal nukes on his fists and is bodying the pirate beehive by himself. Lots of new sword members are revealed with lots of new devil fruits, and Kuzin might even be a member. Kizaru and Saint J. Garcia are headed to Egghead right now, with at least 1 billion battleships. All 5 elders' names and positions are revealed, as well as the Seraphims. Bonnie is going through Kuma's memories and has an ability that lets her go into her own Spider-Verse and become herself from an alternate timeline. Kuma had a system malfunction and is headed to the top of the Grand Line as we speak. We have the best Big Four at Egghead, since Kevin Don't Comb His Hair Durant joined the Golden State Warriors. And finally, the Cross Guild led by the Great Buggy are finally on the move. Did I miss anything? What will happen on Chapter 1087? Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. Ha, ha, ha.